Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, we are well aware that Raila Odinga has announced that we are going to have mass action in this country on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And all is meant to force William Samoei Ruto to do away with the 2023 finance bill, which changed from taxing Kenyans 8% to 16%. And then seemingly we have seen how Ruto is behaving. Remember, Okiya Mtata took the matter to the court. The court gave an order stopping operationalization of this finance bill. But seemingly, Ruto has an intention of forcing everything to happen in his interest. Beside a court order, Ruto moved forward to increase the price of fuel. Now, the fuel price has been reflected in the 2023 finance bill. So, be it kerosene, be it petrol, be it diesel, they increased by 13 shillings. That tells you that Ruto has no any intention of rethinking about that finance bill. But we all know that this finance bill means milking Kenyans dry. That's why people are on the street. They are saying that we will force William Samoei to listen to us, in as much we know he has refused. Now, with all this, we have seen Kenya Kwanza effort to stop mass action in whichever means they will use. Because we have seen Ruto coming out and saying that he will not allow demonstration to go on in this country. The only thing is that he has not explained to us which means is he going to use to stop demonstration in this country. But he has issued threats and intimidation, which point to one thing. The only way he can use to stop mass action is when he orders police officers to kill those who are demonstrating by shooting. Maybe shoot to kill. That's the only way he can try, but I don't know if he can succeed because it can escalate into another thing. Now with all this, CS for Trade and Industry, Moses Kuria has come out to drop a bombshell of maybe what Kenyans did not know. This is the message Moses Kuria has for Kenyans as you prepare for mass action. The first time he tweeted is 12 hours ago. It was yesterday night. This is what he said. Atakufa Wednesday, 19th. Azikwe Saturday, 29th. Joey. You know, when Raila Odinga goes to a burial, when he's mourning someone, a friend, you will see him with his the whisk. You will hear him mentioning the word Joey, and he will give last respect to the person who has died. So when Kuria tweet like this, then you have to link the entire issue and understand what is he saying. That's why we are here on this Punchline, to interpret, to explain what these people mean on what they have not come out clear about. So when you say Atakufa Wednesday, as you talk about Wednesday, you are literally talking about the day when we are going to have mass action in this country. That alone can make Kenyans to suggest that you might be talking about the person who is going to lead the mass action or the person who has called for this mass action. Then with this, it can be very easy for someone to suggest that then you might be talking about one Raila Amolo Odinga. Another person they have talked about, because we have seen Uhuru Kenyatta, William Ruto, Gachagua and the team saying that the handshake brother is the one financing this mass action. And when you talk about the handshake brother, then you're later talking about Uhuru Kenyatta. Then 1 hour later, Kuria dropped another tweet. This is what he said. Unasimama mbele ya basi imebeba abiria 53 million. Itapita na wewe Omera. So he's still continually talking about the issue of kupita na mtu ama kukufa. Then in all the tweet he has done, he is ending up in a Luo dialect. Joey, then we have Omera. It point one thing. If Kuria is communicating to Uhuru Kenyatta, he will be using Kikuyu dialect. But because he's communicating to another person who could be Raila Odinga, he is using the Luo dialect. So Kuria is talking about Raila Odinga in our own view on this punchline. And he is giving the death of death and burial. But before we say anything about this, we want to remind Moses Kuria about the speech from Apostle Michael. This message is also for Moses Kuria.
Ya mwisho, unashinda umewinda Raila. Kama mtu anawinda swara, endelea kumwinda. Lakini wacha nikukumbushe, alienda kwa mazishi ya Kenyatta, akaenda kwa mazishi ya Moi, akaenda kwa mazishi ya Kibaki. Usipochunga wewe na Gachagua, atakuja kwa mazishi yenu. Mungu.
Now, as we continue with this discussion, just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our eternal subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. And back to this discussion. Now, yesterday, I remember on one of the discussion on this punchline, we said that having a friend like Moses Kuria regarding the Gachagua and the team, with this, you don't need an enemy. If you have Moses Kuria, Gachagua as your friends, you don't need any other enemy. These are enough to finish you completely. That time we were discussing about Moses Kuria's utterance towards Uhuru Kenyatta and the Kenyatta family. And we saw Luo, Kikuyu elders, even youth, they were demonstrating. They issued a statement. So after that one, we have this one. So akitoka kwa Uhuru anakuja kwa Raila. Kwa Uhuru alisema ataenda kwa boma yake amkojole na arudi kwake na hata mfanya kitu. Saizi anasema mtu atakufa. Kile tu ameogopa ni kutaja jina, lakini ukiangalia utaelewa kwamba anaongelea kuhusu nani. This tweet was towards giving a warning to Raila Amolo Odinga, Azimio, ODM and Kenyans at large. Kuria is not speaking as an individual. Kuria is a cabinet secretary, a man who sits where decision is being made, a man who took an oath of secrecy. So he served in that capacity. The question we are asking on this panel today, and this question goes to Kuria, Ruto, Gachagua, and the entire Kenya Kwanza regime. Is Kuria speaking the mind and the ideas that have been discussed in the cabinet, or is speaking as Kuria, individual as Kuria? Because what we want to conclude on this punchline is that because Kuria is driving a car, flying a Kenyan flag, sitting where decision is being made, sitting where secrecy is supposed to be kept, then this could be the discussion they are having in the cabinet. That the only way to stop mass action is by finishing Raila Odinga. But they are very wrong. Raila Odinga is not an individual. Raila Odinga is an institution. I want to agree with Apostle Michael. Raila Odinga has passed through many manner of frustrations. He was jailed without trial. 9 years. Raila has survived Moi, he has survived Kibaki, he has survived Uhuru, and he is here today. Even the Moi era, it was not easy to survive. In detention, he survived. Raila has been able to attend the Kenyatta burial. Raila attended the Moi burial. Raila attended the Kenyatta, the Kibaki burial. As he put it, if they are not careful, in the manner in which they are handling him, with kind of utterance like this ones. We saw Raila Odinga going to hospital to see Moses Kuria. Maybe, as Kuria put it that way, Raila Odinga might just attend his burial. It can happen. What you speak, it can come back to you. Stopping mass action just need one thing. You have to move with Kenyans. Don't engage a gear that will make you to move alone, leaving Kenyans behind, and anticipating Kenyans to shoulder you. The gear they have engaged with their finance bill, Kenyans are not with them. Stopping mass action means bringing the finance bill back and start afresh. 16% is too huge for us. We are saying no. Stopping mass action means fulfilling your promises during campaign. You promised jobs, but you have become a destroyer of jobs. From kazi kwa vijana, kazi mtaani, subsidy was removed. You are overtaxing people. Now investors are going out. They are going to invest in Uganda, Tanzania, and elsewhere to bring end product to this country. With all this, you are destroying jobs. You promise 1 million jobs, but you have become a destructor of 1 million jobs every year. You can only deal with the issue of stopping mass action through fulfillment of promises you gave to Kenyans. You have to understand that we have orphans, hungry, and less fortunate in society. Food subsidy was very important. You are lying to Kenyans. You brought mambo ya fertilizer subsidy, which is a lie. You are promising you are going to create jobs through construction. Wakati wa Uhuru kulikuwa na mambo ya kujenga nyumba. Affordable housing was there during Kibaki. During Uhuru it was there. So it means if you are talking about jobs through affordable housing, Uhuru had provided that opportunity so that those who have interest in Mujengo, they were doing it. But kulikuwa na kazi kwa vijana, kulikuwa na kazi mtaani, kulikuwa na subsidy. So with the Kuria's kind of attack and statement, we now know what they are planning to do. Sifuna told them on camera, if you need Raila Odinga, you are saying that you want to topple your government, go and arrest him. You know where he's staying. If you don't know, I will take you there. So we had Ruto talking about someone planning to topple his government. Today now Kuria is coming with this statement. Can we link the two and say that indeed this is what they are discussing? Attempt on Raila Odinga's life means turning Kenya into anarchy. And whoever is speaking like Kuria, he is anarchist. The statement that is coming from Kuria is meant to cause anarchy. So someone like Kuria can be viewed as an anarchist. And anyone who has such a plan, he should prepare to know that he wants to take Kenya to where Rwanda was so many years. Or something worse than that. This should be the last thought anyone can think about. You should not even imagine of that. You should haifai hata ufikiria kuhusu hilo. You can't kill an institution. You think Raila is an individual? Even going by the vote that Chebukati announced, which did not favor the Azimio side, to assume we are going with the Kamagos and those announcements. The truth is that the difference between Raila and Ruto, it was merely 200,000 votes. That means Raila, according to Chebukati numbers, he has half of the country, and Ruto has another half. My friend, half of the country, it means a lot.